And Chappie asked a question too. This is quite interesting. I don't have to answer this. I can just read this. Chappie asks, what are the benefits of listing here versus Airbnb? Good question. Andy says, super easy setup. I can vouch for that. It doesn't answer the question, super easy setup, because it doesn't. This is versus Airbnb. Actually, super easy setup just means here as well as Airbnb. So it's not an answer to the question, but it does give you an answer to a question. A variation of the question is why not? Why not list on Dtravel and Airbnb? And that's really the light bulb, isn't it? Like, you can be on Dtravel, have your own direct booking site, accept crypto, accept live bookings on the blockchain, and be on Airbnb. You don't have to. It's not mutually exclusive. You could be on both. You can be on booking.com. I'm on Airbnb. I'm on booking.com. I'm on Dtravel. You can be on all of them. You can be on Verbo too. You can be on everything if you really want. You can be on Google Vacation Rentals as well. Yeah, you can be on everything. So I think the most important thing here is it's not versus Airbnb. In this sense, it's you can be on Dtravel too. Why not have your own booking site? And that's really the sell. Why not? Why not? Why not be able to accept direct bookings? Yeah. So, and what facilitates that is the super easy setup, and we've got that. Okay. Low fees. And so this is really important. So this is not versus Airbnb. I think it's wrong to confuse this. You wouldn't not go to, like, I'm not going to take my properties off Airbnb just because Dtravel is cheaper. Again, that doesn't make any sense. Why would I do that? I would be on both. It's just that on Dtravel, because it's cheaper, I can pass those savings to my travelers, to my guests. And so therefore there's an incentive for guests and for travelers to come directly to me. That's the incentive. And so in the future, when we're more recognized and we become more of a international brand, what will happen is that people will be searching for properties somewhere, say London. They'll look on Airbnb and then they'll go and search on Dtravel and find it cheaper. That's the future. That's the future. Similar to if you're looking for flights. When you're looking for flights, you go to a flight comparison site. You don't book the most expensive flight. You usually go for the cheapest or one of the cheaper options. Also a little bit based on reputation and what you're comfortable with, but ultimately you go for the cheapest. Yeah. And so we're not in a situation yet when it comes to booking accommodation where we can do that. And Dtravel facilitates that future for people to be able to search for properties, find it in multiple locations, and then just go for the cheapest option because it's exactly the same property, better insurance, so they don't have to worry about that. Okay, so it's not a versus Airbnb, it's as well as. And so low fees helps. Fast, again, it's the same. It's not versus Airbnb, it's as well as. And yes, it's another benefit. Fast payouts are instantaneous. That's true. Payment options, again, I think sometimes payment options could be people's only lifeline, and this does answer that question very specifically, because in certain places of the world, certain countries, some people can't have Airbnb for different reasons. Maybe it's to do with the banking regime, maybe it's to do with the person's personal credit, they don't have a bank account or whatever, and yet they can still rent their apartment to people because they can receive payment in crypto on the blockchain on Dtravel. So it kind of like, sometimes Airbnb can be quite restrictive in certain parts of the world, and the parts of the world where it is restrictive, it's not like small parts, they're big parts of the world. Like I know in, like, for example, El Salvador, where I was for the last 3 months, there's a significant bank transfer fee just to receive the Airbnb payment. So it isn't just the Airbnb fee, which is taken from the booking. When you try to receive the money from Airbnb, there's also an additional bank charge. And so instead of paying 15, or here it says 16%, whatever, you're paying probably like 25%. And so therefore there is a massive incentive for people to list their properties on Dtravel in certain parts of the world. In certain other parts of the world, they may not even have access to Airbnb because of the banking infrastructure doesn't allow them to have that ease of access. So there is a real benefit there. Earn rewards. Well, look, you can earn TRVL, and at the moment TRVL has relatively zero intrinsic value, but that's changing. And because that's changing, this is going to be a real incentive. And so when I say it's changing, it is, but we have to make it happen, you know. So once Dtravel becomes a DAO, or once there's the transition of the leadership moves to the next iteration of what the leadership will be, and then they start looking at the token again, looking at the tokenomics, and the community gets involved, and then we can have a conversation about how to make TRVL worth something, something to earn, something valuable to earn, similar to Bitcoin. Like, why would you buy a Bitcoin miner? Because Bitcoin has become valuable. Yeah, so you mine Bitcoin because Bitcoin's valuable, and that's kind of what we want. We want people to earn TRVL because TRVL is valuable. We have to give TRVL value, and that value hasn't yet been achieved because the tokenomics is shit, basically. Shit. Sorry, but it is. And so yeah, so this is for the future, but not far. It's not far in the future. This is this is literally my next thing that I'm after. I'm really looking to change this in a tangible way. Once we give TRVL real value, real intrinsic value, where people value TRVL, then actually we have a one-up on Airbnb and Booking.com and every other centralized platform, because now people will be coming to Dtravel to earn TRVL, not just to use the benefits of Dtravel, which gives them low fees, fast payouts, etc., payment options. Now they're looking to earn TRVL because now they see, wow, TRVL is worth something to be, it makes more sense to do it through Dtravel because TRVL is valuable. Yeah, so that's the kind of vibe that we need to create to grow our real world network. And then more visibility through Google Vacation. Well, look, honestly, I think Google Vacation Rentals, in my imagination, is a little bit of a red herring. Yes, it's true, you can be on it, but personally I've turned it off for personal reasons. I don't really want my properties to be on Google Vacation Rentals. I don't want it to appear on the Google map. I put it on there for a while and it was getting so much spam from random people and they weren't serious. I was like, it was more of a headache. And so it's a little bit of a red herring. I don't really see it as a significant plus. Airbnb properties aren't on Google Vacation Rentals and it doesn't matter. Like, I don't think Google Vacation Rentals is a massive success yet. Maybe it will be in the future, but it's not. And also you can be on Google Vacation Rentals usually with your channel manager, and in any case if you want to. A little bit of a red herring answer, but it's okay. It's true, you can be on Google Vacation Rentals, and it's not a versus Airbnb answer either. So that's my honest take on these answers, but good effort from Andy. She's doing an amazing job, and hopefully she's going to continue doing that. And I'm just kind of